Commvault Cyber Resilience on AWS, the ultimate protection for your cloud-native workloads. Innovate with confidence knowing that your critical AWS workloads are secure and recoverable. Our industry-leading solution can help you protect your data regardless of whether you're managing a hybrid environment or leading a fully digital native strategy. Experience the peace of mind that comes with comprehensive data protection. Choose Commvault Cyber Resilience on AWS for any workload, anywhere.
Hi everyone, I'm Ross John Fortuna, coming to you from the 2025 AWS Washington, D.C. Summit. Joining me now is Yang Guo. He's a computer scientist with the Computer Security Division at NIST. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So you lead NIST's high-performance computer security working group. What are these key emerging threats and attack vectors that are specifically targeting high-performance computing environments that you're working with and that you've done within the working group?
Yeah, the high-performance computing is a complex system. Consists of a lot of servers, sophisticated networkings, entire software stacks, a lot of applications. So naturally, the attacking surface is very broad, and you see all kinds of different vulnerabilities, from software vulnerability to, supply chain, side channel attacks, right? So I'm afraid there's no specific threats targeting HPC, but you do see several key or main threats or challenges to HPC. One is data security. So as you know, the HPC is the infrastructure for the AI and machine learning training, and because of the sensitivity and the value of the data, many times it also needs to comply to some regulation requirement, right? For instance, medical data, you have to comply to the HIPAA, and if the data related to the government project, it has to follow the CUI regulations. So how to secure the data and satisfying the compliance requirement is a big challenge. Another kind of the key challenge is the provide security in a shared environment, because typically because of the limited availability of HPC, it's a shared environment, right? And different users around different things, and they may even have different security requirements. So how do you separate them and provide multi-tenant security is another kind of a hot topic.
Yeah, I imagine the data security piece of it is huge, but what are you doing to keep things secure? Like, what are you working on innovation-wise to maximize this protection while also, not spending too much money, not getting into too much bureaucracy, those kinds of things?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. Say, for instance, in this workshop, engineers, say, from Microsoft and NVIDIA, they talk about how to provide efficient encryption without impact the performance. And we also work with a group of scientists and engineers and propose so-called zone-based reference architecture. The idea is that you divide the complex system into multiple zones, and each zone provides a unique function and face their own set of threats. So that way you can apply different security strategies to different zones so that to reduce the overall cost. Say, for instance, the UK have a research team at the Kingdom. They adopt this reference model in their supercomputer design and presented the work in the workshop.
You mentioned the workshop and bringing people from various sectors, various places. How do you figure out best practices on shared access across these different places? Government, academia, industry, all those things. How do you make sure those all get together and be secure?
Yeah, so there's we have attendees, CISOs, security engineers, system admins from different institutions, as you said, from government, academia, industry. So we learn each other. Say their vendors, say they present their work, and we will also work with them, kind of address the common threat. Say, for instance, we recently developed the NIST special publication 800-234, which is so-called HPC security overlay that provides a tailored security guidance that can address some of the unique issues in the context of HPC security.
Within the now and the future of HPC security, I know there's exascale computing. Obviously, here we've talked a lot about AI. What does that look like going forward, particularly in the security realm?
Yeah, that's kind of a very interesting question. So we actually have a breakout session in the workshop to discuss what the HPC system future looks like and what's the implication to the security. Certainly, confidential computing will be important. Zero trust or zero trust beyond will be important. That provides the security in a shared environment. Supply chain will be very important both for the hardware as well for the software. The other thing is an interesting idea is so-called security by design. The idea is to integrate the security early on in your system design so that you make your system robust at very early on. And finally, integrate AI to the HPC security will be a very fruitful and interesting topic to pursue.
I want to sort of pick on that, but before I let you go,
Sure.
just the idea of the AI as a security tool for HPC. What does that look like, and what are you doing within the workshop on AI?
Right. So, give you an example. So, for instance, if you can somehow treat a complex HPC system into different zones, then your behavior for each individual zone is more uniform. Right? Say, for instance, your access zone, that's the place where all the users get access to the system. So they are more like a traditional enterprise system.
Right.
So you can monitor to detect the anomaly. And in your computing zone, all are just mainly the computational pools, right? So your high-performance computing, so that behavior will be different. So which give you the opportunity to apply AI and detect the anomaly much more easily.
That seems like it's sort of a good takeaway for people in general, more generally, especially across environments. They know, again, we're at a cloud symposium, so certainly that works across environments, no?
Of course, that's a good question. So some people were kind of mixed with cloud and HPC, okay? And they're actually, to be honest, the boundaries also get merged. So we're talking about cloud-based HPC like AWS. They would like to provide. But still, on-prem HPC will still be a main component, especially if you look at the cost and what you can get. So sometimes it still makes sense to on-prem system. If you look at their architecture, they are still different. Their performance requirement is very different. The application running on top of them are very different. Okay, all these, and and the security challenge is different as well.
Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, I imagine the cloud security systems are different than the on-prem, all those kinds of things. Just obviously, that's where zero trust comes in, as you mentioned earlier. That's where a lot of these identity management things come in.
Right.
I think that's what we've got. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.